Okay, now that you've got your account created, let's create a SQL Server database. Here's a few things we can make. We can make websites, and this is all a cloud-based service like Amazon Web Services, like Google's cloud service. Anyway, Azure is another cloud-based service. We can make our websites, mobile apps, databases, lots of different cool things. So let's make a SQL Server database. Click on SQL Databases, Add. Alright, we need a subscription is the next thing we need. So this should come from our student account. Hit sign up. And we'll get this free through DreamSpark. Okay, so a subscription is basically a way to pay for the cloud services. So free trial, pay as you go, you'll stick a credit card in there. If you were to do it that way, prepay for 12 months. Because you're students, you should have this DreamSpark offer right here. So click on this guy. Okay, let's put our information in here. I'll put a cell phone number. Okay, next, identify, no problem. Text me. Take a look at your phone, wait for the code to come up. Okay, here's my code. It is 359890. Let's try that out. Good. Still thinking. Okay, I agree. Sign up. Alright. So once we have a subscription, now we can use the different services. Be very careful about creating a pay-as-you-go subscription, because if you accidentally use too much, it's going to start charging to your credit card, and I don't want to be responsible or liable for that. So if you start making your own apps, which you're going to start doing this class, but if you want something you want to generate a business around, you're going to have to create a pay-as-you-go subscription and use a credit card. But for this class, we'll only need that DreamSpark account. Okay, now it's working. Needs a few minutes to get stuff done. Alright, I'll pause it and wait for this to finish. Okay, it says it's all ready. If I click on Start Managing, let's see where this takes me. I've already got a portal open over here. Same thing. Alright, let's close our previous one then, because we know this one will have our subscription in it. So I think we can actually look, if we want to, and take a look at our subscription right down there. Let's see what more services gives us. Hopefully this is where we're going to see okay, not machine learning yet, but a few other cool things. Anyway, we'll come back to this. Let's close this up. Let's go ahead and make our SQL database now. So add. Alright, we have an Azure subscription. I wonder if we need to log out and log back in again. Well, let's try this again and see what happens. Okay, I tried clicking on billing down here. I think I might need to log out and log back in because it came up with this. We just made that DreamSpark subscription. I came back here. I don't see DreamSpark as an option anymore. I think we might just need to restart the portal. Yeah, failure to retrieve billing info. So if you get this error like me, let's just log back. Let's log out and sign back in. Give that a try. It's amazing how many problems that fixes, like rebooting a computer. Okay, here we go. This one. Redirect. Sure, keep me signed in. Okay. Billing. Let's see if we can find it now. Okay, let's pause it. Okay, check it out. Sure enough, here we go. Here's my DreamSpark subscription, which gives me a certain amount of credit each month. So, settings, let's see if it'll tell me how much I have. Resources, usage and quotas. Alright, subscription usage, view subscription quotas. Great, let's go to that and find out. Sign me in. So if this is your first exposure to cloud services, okay, you're already good, remain signed in with that account. This is very typical. Oh, no subscriptions found. We have a subscription though. I think it's getting confused with some of my other ones. Oh well, not a problem. I'll just close this one back out. Let's see here. Will it show me resource costs? No usage yet, so it can't show me. It'll actually show you as you go along exactly how much of your cloud services you're using at any given point. So again, click over here on all resources. This is everything we've got created. We need storage accounts for various things. I'm not going to go through all these right now. You can explore them. But again, I just want you to come back here and let's make a SQL database. Now, hopefully, there we go. This is what I was looking for. So now we can actually create this. Now, I want you at some point to use a SQL database for your project this semester. But up front, or right now, for us to practice with, I want you to use a sample database. So if you click down here under sample, you'll see this AdventureWorks LT. It's like light or something like that. It's just a traditional transaction processing database. Let's give it a name. Let's call it AdventureWorks subscription, using our DreamSpark subscription. Resource group, let's see if we have, I don't think we have any existing ones. So we can make groups of resources together. So let's call this IS415 or class group or whatever you want. Again, this is not a blank database, but a sample database. Now, if you can come here later and do this exact same thing and make a blank database, and then you can actually manage it through SQL Server Management Studio, which you have access to also through DreamSpark. Anyway, all right, this part's important. Server. We're going to have to create a new server to put this on. So this is going to need a location and a name. It's going to be some name, .database.windows.net. Call this something, whatever you want. It's going to have to be a unique name for each of us. So I'm going to make mine my initials, MJK. Actually, that name's available, but I'm going to make it MJK415. So try your initials, 415. If it's not available, just make some variant of that. And then you're going to need to make yourself a server admin login and password. Again, MJK415. Make this whatever you want. Just make sure you remember what all of this is. All right. Location. I don't know if this matters a whole lot. I'll do West US. Allow Azure services to access server. Yes. Select. Save my password. Why not? Okay, we have a server that can be put on. Pricing tier, free. So if we want to use anything higher up, we're going to have to pay for it. The free tier is our only option. That's just fine. Not a big deal. You can see here's what you're looking at for if you weren't getting this free through DreamSpark. To have 5 DTUs, which is Microsoft's score for how much throughput you're going to get from this server, and then storage space here, you'd normally pay $5 a month. So it's not a huge credit you're getting. If you wanted to, you're welcome to put on a credit card and go up to the S0 tier, double your speed and get a bit more space. I'm going to try and do everything on the free tier for this class though. Alright, let's create that. Initializing deployment. Okay, this would be a good time if you haven't already to somehow record. Well, I guess you don't have to record it because you're going to be able to come back here and get this information whenever you need it. But you may want to record that password just in case. So this is still refreshing. Let's try clicking SQL databases again. It will continue on in the background even if it's not done creating it. So it needs a bit more time to finish making this. I'm going to pause the video until it's all done. Actually, before I pause it, you'll notice up here this little bell shows you tasks currently underway. So you can see that it's working on deploying the database. Just give it a bit of time. When it's done, come click SQL databases again and you'll see, or refresh, and you'll see this new database show up right here. So I'll pause it until this is finished. Okay, it's all finished. Here's my AdventureWorks database, free pricing tier. Let's click on this and just explore the options that it gives you. Alright, here are some settings and some options I have here. resource utilization. So here's my DTU score. So every time I access the database or pull data, read, write from it, it's going to utilize resources. So this isn't a particularly fast amount of space, but it'll be good enough for this class. Notice here's my server name. Database connection strings for later on when we create some type of app that will draw from this database. Here's everything you need. Really, it's pretty smooth. So what I want to do next is actually access this database through SQL Server Management Studio. So I'm assuming you've already had that installed. If not, pause this video and come back to it later. If you have it installed, let's go ahead and open that up. So type in SQL, searching for it now, although you can't see it down here in my little taskbar. SQL Server, oh no, I think I have to type in Windows. No, let's try Management Studio. There it is, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio desktop app. Okay, open up. Let me pause this while I'm waiting. Okay, mine just opened, SQL Server Management Studio, and I get this connect to a server. So here's what we need to know to connect to this server. I need the server name. Well, actually I can click this. Whoops, let me go back and close this out. And I can hit this little copy button right here. Paste. Login. I've got my, I'm going to click on this again. And it says, all right, here's your property. Server admin username. Copy that, or click the little copy button here. Right there. Password, the one we created when we created this server. Okay, plug that in. Alright, your client IP does not have access to the server. Sign in to an Azure account and create a new firewall rule to enable access. Nice. Let's click sign in. Okay, this is our Microsoft account, and I used my BYU email address. Oops, okay. Again, personal account, not work or school. Already signed in, remain signed. Oh, no, go back. It's a different Microsoft account, not that one. Sorry. For you, you probably only have one. Let me try this again. Okay. Details. Account has no subscriptions. Yes, I do. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, personal account. Okay, perfect. Sign in. Alright, this isn't right. I need to make a firewall rule that allows SQL Server Management Studio or allows Azure to accept SQL Server Management Studio from my computer. So there's another way to do that. Let me pause. If yours worked, great. It may have. Just hit OK and you're good to go. But there's another way to do this. I'm going to hit cancel and come over here, and I should have either under settings, oh there it was, firewall rules. Let me go back. Show firewall settings. I need to tell it to allow access. Here's my current IP address. Allow access to Azure services. Rule name, IAM128.187.112.30. And I'm just going to tell it in case I'm on some dynamic IP assignment. I'm going to say accept everything from 128.187.112.0 all the way to 128.187.112.255. Okay, hopefully you've had the networking class and you know what's going on here. Let us find a way to save this now. Oh, there it is, save. Cool. Update. Alright, that should now allow us to connect. Let's find out. There we go. Okay, my SQL Server is down here on a different screen. Let me pull it up and put it in the view. Okay. Resize. Okay, I am connected through SQL Server Management Studio. Let's expand databases. Here's my AdventureWorks database. Tables. So AdventureWorks is just a fake company full of fake data used for stuff like teaching this class and testing and debugging. So let's just take a look at our customers table. Let's right-click on this table and say Edit Top 200 Rows. Give it a minute. So what's happening right now, let me actually show you if it'll let me. Oh, no, it's sort of a bit slow. All right, thinking. Still thinking. I'll give it a second to pull it up. So you can actually see on your, back on the Azure portal, give it a minute and you'll see that my usage has been maxed out. So let me close this. Close this. Right here you'll see a spike in DTU. As it tried to read the records from that table, it maxed it out. So kind of cool. Our dashboard here just gives us a chance to see exactly all of our cloud-based utilization. All right, let's take a look and see what we have here in this table. Let's see what columns we have. Password, password hash, salt. Cool. Unique ID, last modified, typical customer info. Let's just explore and see what else we have. A list of customer addresses, I'm guessing. In case we have multiple customers at the same address, I guess that's why they separated them out. Address ID, that means customers should have an address ID foreign key, right? Let's see if we find one. Nope, must be some other way they're tying them together. Sales order header, details, so this is global information about the sales order. Let's see what they give us in here. Order date, makes sense, due date, ship date, status. Interesting. Customer ID, who placed the order, here's a foreign key. Here's our address foreign key. So it looks like address isn't tied directly to customer anyway. Oh, here we go. Here's our many linking table or association class customer address that ties customers to addresses. They can have multiple addresses. Anyway, interesting. Here's all the info about the orders. Let's look at sales order detail. Edit top 200 rows. Something else we can do to help us understand this data. Actually, instead of looking at all these, let's close them out. I'm going to move this view back over a bit. Instead of tables, let's look at views. And let's see what options we have here. Product and description views. Looks like there's not an overall view. Well, maybe there is. Let's see what this is. Edit. Oh, this is just not views. Sorry, these are queries. What I want is a not seeing what I'm looking for. I was looking for a diagram to show us all the relationships. That's fine. Let's close this out now. This is enough for now. We're going to next open up and connect this data in Tableau.